super simple, more classic style, not quite, a little bit of a mix. Little streamer guy here, so I got a few little tricks in there. Pretty light fly, small, clear water kind of deal. We shall get started. Get Jordan the other one.
Yeah, I'll get into mine once you're done.
Yeah, this will be real quick. Yours will be a lot longer, I'm sure.
Mine's a little timely.
Yeah, for sure.
The video looks much clearer this time.
Yeah,
Does it?
I'm on the back of my phone this time versus the front, so I don't have the water droplet. Yeah, so we're gonna start with just a little bit of dubbing on the back. Got some UV. I'm gonna run some gold. We're gonna run gold body with orange and pink. It's shrimp pink and orange marabou, and we're gonna run some blue deer hair on top of that. Similar to like last week when I ran the blue deer hair for some veins, we're gonna run that from the front this time instead of a little bit at the back as well.
Did you say veins?
I did say veins.
There you
go. Which I don't know if is the correct term, but they look like veins running down. Want to keep this pretty thin, this fly. I don't like to bunch this up, so I don't I know guys like to do double loops, but I would just do a wrap here. And we're pretty much going right to the front. We're gonna do a small chunk of, I got blue deer hair. That would be the ideal scenario for this. White would be okay as well. Won't quite give the same effect though. We're gonna do the half pinch. So got most of the deer hair running to the back. We got about even running off the front. Kind of a couple loose wraps and then a nice hard pinch down. And that'll give you your prop on the back of that to kind of start a wing. The front here, because I chopped this all off evenly, this is all the same length. I'll come in from an angle in the front here before I pin it back in order to change those lengths kind of before it lays on. And that will make things a little easier afterwards. So get that uneven, we're gonna fold that back on top. You want to pinch that in front of it and not push this down. So the thread needs to make sure it's laid right in front of that to get that that wing bounce. And you're gonna build that up in front, which will cause it to move, push a little bit, but you don't want to pin it down by any means. So now you got a nice even ramp. I'll take a couple thread wraps right underneath that back portion just to ensure that. A couple more up front here. And we've got that nice kind of style wing I like to put on the start. I'm gonna do an orange internal. Got a little cat visitor. So we're gonna do some orange marabou for the sides.
Just trying to help you.
Don't leave me alone. As soon as the marabou comes out, feathers waving around everywhere. So these ones we kind of want something pretty sparse. Got some good length to it and almost individual fibers. So depending on, I guess, what your feather looks like, you'll be able to pick them out. So I'll do a rip off this side. We're not going to do a ton. Just gonna pinch here. A little too much. 1 sec. So we got some bunch of individual fibers, and they're really just going to go on top, right in front of that blue. I got to pinch down. And you got to be careful when you're pinching it down again, because you don't want to pinch that blue hair. You don't want this to twist on you either, so. A little delicate. I'd be soft on the first few wraps, then you can kind of pinch the marabou down better. Yep. Trim up that front. We're gonna get our second color, which is the shrimp pink. We want this to be a little longer than the internal of that. So we just made, so this is kind of the innards of the body. We're gonna surround that in the pink, and then we're gonna have those blue veins throughout pop out here in a second. So the pink needs to be a little bit longer, and you're gonna need a little bit more of it. I would place the pink on the kind of sides and all around instead of just that orange we just placed on the top for that wing portion. Actually, with these guys, we're gonna do that reverse. I don't even know it pinned down. So we're gonna have the tail end towards the front of the hook. Pin that down with a couple wraps, trim off the back, and then we're gonna pull that back onto itself again. And that'll just secure the marabou down so it can't go anywhere. It'll also prop that marabou separate from the portion behind it. So when things get wet, you still have a little bit of a body and they don't quite fold into each other as much. A couple more up top here. Just gonna pin that top one down, and then the other side we'll do the reverse again. Come on. Just can't get these to lay right. There we go. We'll trim off the back there, pinch those back around. Just tie that down nicely. We're gonna do a little bit more gold. Just a couple of wraps here to get rid of that thread. And we're gonna prop up the front with some blue wing again. So same thing as we did with the start of the fly. Nice long chunk of deer hair. We're gonna, this one's not gonna be quite as even as or at the front of the fly. I need it to reach the back, so, but you are gonna pinch that down the same. Do the same little trim job. Pull that back to the top here. Secure in front. And this will be your final tie down. So make sure everything's sit right, and you can finish up your head here. There we go. So that one is pretty darn easy. You can do them in a few variations. They're really light, almost topwater fly if you want them to be, with the deer hair in there. And the small amount of marabou. Of course, it's unweighted. So.
It looks nice. It reminds me of the popsicle from
Yeah,
George Cook.
Yeah, very much kind of that style, I guess. Simple though. Wish it would focus properly again. I don't know, can't get to focus, but
So
pretty sweet.
you've had a chance to test this a lot too. It works pretty well.
Yeah, especially in the more clear water scenarios. I don't use this this fly a ton because I don't get to fish a lot of clear water. But moving into winter, this sort of style, you can do fries in this style as well. That work out really well. Olive white mixtures or blue and white mixtures. I did a blue and white earlier on with a little bit of sparkle on the top as well. And they're, pretty versatile. They come in a bunch of colors and depending on what you're trying to do, but yeah, that's that.
Dang. That's quick, bro. That's a nice fly too. Nice and easy. Bust a lot of those.
Yeah, you can just bang those out, right? Yeah, good patterns for all sorts of salmon, trout. Just really depends on the color variation, right? Whether you're gonna be more minnow or shrimp or kind of vary in those sizes.